G'day, this is Flamesy from Ebdon, and today I'll be playing a recently released game on PGS systems, your peasant gaming systems. It's called Fire Emblem Heroes, and I really love this game. Heroes. So showcasing the main villain at the moment, and it's gonna followed by some of the main characters behind her. But when I'm opening, that's your decision if you want to get the game. So Fire Emblem, it's pretty new on mobile, but it's been going pretty long on Nintendo systems. I've been playing it ever since Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones on Game Boy Advanced. I'm not going to say I've played all of them after that, because I haven't. I've played Mystery of the Emblem, Awakening, all three versions of Fire Emblem Fates. And I also went back and played the game titled Fire Emblem on Game Boy Advanced. So I've played some of them, not all of them. I've also played a lot of the Fire Emblem characters on Smash, bought the DLC characters. I also own the Fire Emblem Amiibos. Might showcase them some other time. Showcase what they do on the 3DS if I manage to find a proper way to record that. Might even do some real Fire Emblem, like actual game. So being a mobile game, I have my stamina up in the top left corner of the screen. So it's currently at 34 because I was fighting earlier in a demo I was trying to do to see how the recording works. I had to turn down the volume so you can hear my voice. I also lost that battle I did because I kind of tried showing off and went over my level. Shouldn't do that. So my characters at the moment, I'll show them off. Allies, edit teams. I've got from left to right, Robin, my main, my 5-star man, is my leader. He also happens to be the protagonist of Fire Emblem Awakening, and this is his default look for the male version. In the game, you get to customize his look, his gender, his voice, everything about him, his name even. I've got Doug. Oh, his name's not Doug, but I've nicknamed him Doug because I like it. So that's him. He's my tank. He's the one that's meant to take the hits, while people like Nino, they're the ranged ones. They attack from far. They attack while he takes the hits. Then I've got my Archer Setsuna from Fire Emblem Fates. You get to play with her on Fire Emblem Birthright and Fire Emblem Revelations, and in Conquest she is your enemy. So let's start up the game, like one of the battles. So here we've got special maps, which are events. I've currently cleared the ones running at the moment. I think that, yeah, there was the Lissa event and launch celebration. We've got PvP. I've already done my PvPs for today. You get to do 3 battles a day, or you can spend some real money and PvP all you like. Got the story maps here. I'll be doing a playthrough of story later on, but the game being stamina as it is, I won't be able to do it all in one go, so it's going to be segmented. So earlier I tried the 6th one. You can see my character levels up the top. They were under leveled for it and I lost. So I'll go to the 5th zone. And I'll show off what some of the gameplay is like. Alright, player phase. Oh, I love this theme. It's Conquest, a blaze of Fire Emblem Awakening. When it comes to games, music's one of the top things I look out for. A game with a good soundtrack is an excellent game. So, this little symbol here I'm gonna have to move so I can move my Nino down. And also move Doug down before I switch it back up to the top. The game's running slow because I'm currently recording, but trust assured, when you get the game, if you choose to, it will not be this bad. So, see my characters in the top left of them, and the enemies as well. They've got symbols. There's my mages, the swords, and the bow. If you look down at the bottom right, you'll see the weapons triangle. The colours beat the corresponding colour and the way the arrows are going, as well as the weapons beat that. So I've got one of each element, and the untyped and all strong against anything, or weak against anything. With the knights here, I'm going to want to move my mage down, because magic beats knights, because knights have low resistance, and I believe this is a Pegasus knight here, so bows are effective against them. So, phase ended. And they're moving up, so I have Pegasus Knight killed, well not mine, but I have theirs killed, or attempt to with my archer Setsuna. So let's give her a go. Yep, she's able to beat him. I use her a fair bit in this game, but I never really looked at her that much in Fire Emblem Fates. I mostly used Takumi, who was another archer. I want to move Robin, not you. I'm going to move this down again. Didn't mean to sit Robin there. Guess I'll station him here, and move that there, and end my turn. Put a card face down, end my turn. Okay, so he's attacking my archer. They're going to try and take her out. This guy's a cleric, so I won't do much damage. But I've said that before, and one of my characters was killed by a cleric. Very shameful. So this red, yeah, he might be a threat, but I think Setsuna has him. Up the top, you got the outcome of the battle. This is a strategy game, so you're going to want to check it out a lot to reassure your move. You can't just run in there and think. I mean, when I play the 3DS versions of the maps, I usually sit on the maps, just the briefing screen where you select all your units for about 10 to 15 minutes thinking what I'm going to do. And then I got to put all that into action when the actual game. And those matches usually take me on average about 2 hours on some of the tough ones. Because in the game, you get a choice out of permadeath, and like when your characters die, they die permanently, so you got to think through very, very strategically there. If I'm given the option, I don't do that, because that means I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on one level, and being the story lover I am, I want to get through the story with a challenge, but not too much of a challenge. So I play the game on a harder difficulty, but don't have my characters die easily. Okay, so I'll just end this here. I don't think Robin's going to get a chance to attack. The cleric will probably attack Setsuna again, so she's going to kill him. And, oh, that's right, with my ranged attackers, they can't do follow-up attacks, because they can only attack from 2 tiles away in the mobile version. In the full version of the game, like 3DS, Game Boy, Wii, fucking GameCube, or whatever you play it on, the mages can attack from 1 tile and tile, so they can do melee attacks, but archers cannot. They're always ranged. So I'll have Nino finish off this knight. I love her attack. Imagine if that was you just getting swords hammered out of the sky onto you. You wouldn't stand a chance. Nobody would. And I'll see if Robin can attack this guy. I don't think he can, but oh no, he can. So I'll be able to show off a bit of Robin, but I was unable to show off Doug. But you'll see him later on in the story missions. So he's got an attack going on. He's got crows, or owls, or whatever those are. In Fire Emblem Awakening, I never really used him as the mage. His class could use both swords and books, but I went full swords. And I even went to the point where I made his class swords based only. Made him the hero class. Stage clear. So with the story missions, I won't be using my level 20 guys on like level 1s. I've got level 1 people and I'll run through the story with them. So I'm not making it a breeze. I'm not one to like breezing through games. I like a bit of a challenge, but not to the point where I just get pissed and rage. In between, kind of difficulty, man. Depends on the game. If I played it and loved it enough, we'll challenge it on a harder difficulty. But I'm 10-1 to stick to the normal base difficulty for the story. So this is what I got so far. Leveled up my castle a bit, got some characters. And there's a friend character down here, Tiki. So they come and give you presents every day, which every day in America, so it's 12 AM America, 6 PM Australia. So here's Corin. It was the main character of Fire Emblem Fates. I changed her look, so she can be either boy, girl, gender, you can change, name you can change. Same as Robin did in Awakening. So this is it for now. I'll be uploading some more later on. And I'll see about my amiibos. I might make a separate video for them, what they do, or I might just cut them in the end of this one, depending on what my editing can do. So until the next video, see you then. Alright, I'm back showing off my amiibos that I was talking about earlier in the video. So here I got Marth. Here's some Fire Emblem New Mystery of the Emblem. Wasn't really fond of this character that much. Didn't really have any likings to the game, but that's one of the ones I've only ever played the first 4 chapters of. Didn't really finish it. Might get around to it eventually. So this is Robin. You've seen him in the video. He's using a different book here, and that's the Leviathan sword. It's a magic sword which can attack from 2 tiles like a book and a bow, but it can also do melee as well, but it's mainly a magic weapon. His class isn't limited to just that sword, but that's the one they featured in the game, Smash Bros. So these guys are used in Smash Bros, and Roy here. All I know of him being I'm able to play as in Smash Bros because his game was not released outside Japan. So there's Lucina here. This was the first amiibo I got, and it took me 2 months to find her because I missed her pre-order. Amiibos being extremely popular sold out incredibly fast, they do. And I missed her and had to wait 2 months to get her in a second wave. The last one I got here is Ike from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. So I forgot to mention, but Lucina is also from Fire Emblem Awakening. So these are the amiibos I've got at the moment. I've got another Fire Emblem amiibo, Corin, who was also shown in the video, but the female version. The amiibo is of the male version, and I'm getting that with the Cloud amiibo from Final Fantasy VII. The release date hasn't been announced yet. I've also pre-ordered another 2 Fire Emblem amiibos that come out with Echo Shadows of Valentia, and that will release on May 20th for Nintendo 3DS. So these are the amiibos I've got, and these are what I've shown off. When I get the new ones I might show them off, but fingers aren't crossed, eh? So, cheers, Flamesy signing out.